What's up? What's up? I am still hot in the midst, and right now I have some designers on my side who actually show some of their hot fashions in Runway the Real Way. Somebody get in their minds to see what exactly does it take for a designer to have their fashions on the runway. So who would I actually have on my left of me?
I'm Anzel.
Okay.
I'm Erica.
All right. So what is your design collection called?
Erica Anzel.
Okay, got it.
Us together.
That's actually our middle names and we put it together. So, that's how we came up with the clothing line.
Great, great. Now, very, very, very unique. Now, I want to know what actually inspired y'all to get into this design business?
Actually, her mom did. This is like my sister. We went to school together.
Uh-huh.
And her mom been designing. Before she was born, she designed all her brothers and sisters' clothes. So just looking up to her, that's what made me want to design.
Okay.
Yeah, my mother, I started sewing when I was like 6. My mother used to make us cut out patterns and stuff. And since then, I knew I wanted to design.
Great, great. Okay, now definitely tell us about some of the pieces that we saw today on the runway. Like what kind of fabric, what was all put into these pieces that we saw today?
Well, we have all kinds of fabrics from stretch, from cotton, sweatsuits, all kinds. We use all kinds of materials and different designs, just unique, different stuff.
I would basically put our clothing line in edgy and classy at the same time because we do gowns and we also do sweatsuits. So we do everything from plus sizes to 5X to 0 months. So we have everything.
Great. So now let me just ask you a question. So now whenever it comes to the models, do y'all pick out your own models?
No, actually we don't. Sometimes we do. It depends on the event.
Okay. All right, now, how long does it actually take to create one of your pieces?
Maybe 45 minutes to make a dress.
Say that again.
45 minutes to make a dress.
We actually put everything you saw together like last night.
We don't have like a seamstress or nothing. We do everything our own by ourselves.
Wow, so now, wow. Hold on, I gotta be like, wow. 45 minutes to an hour, that's almost like, I'm just not getting to work good. And then y'all make a dress? Wow, that's really unique.
You see her.
Wow. So now, do y'all partner, is it just you two, or do y'all partner with any other?
Just us. We don't work with no one else. Just us two.
Do y'all get, I guess, like inspiration for other designers that's out there?
Yes, we do. Actually, a lot of our friends look up to us, and now they actually want to design pieces and stuff now and start their own clothing line because of us. And we proud of that.
And we do actually look at other designers and we put our twist on it. To me, in fashion, that's what, a lot of designers do, but we don't never copy, but we, put our own flavor on it.
Okay, now I definitely want to know because, this is called Runway the Real Way. So whenever y'all hear that, what does that mean to you, Runway the Real Way? Like, what comes to your mind?
It's just real, and it makes you want to rip the runway. That's what I hear. That's what the sound I hear. I'm ready to rip the runway.
New designs, fresh designs. That's what I get when I hear that.
Sounds good. Now, a lot of designers, they always have a lot of pieces. Some have spikes, some have furs. But what is maybe one piece that, like, if somebody see it, they'll be like, oh, that's their design. Is there a specific piece that y'all have that a person could identify you by?
I would say the fur.
The fur.
Yes.
And our sweatsuit collection is real different. A lot of people know when they see our sweatsuits that is us.
Do y'all ever come between, not come between, do y'all ever face any challenges, by being a designer?
We do because being a designer and to make it, you have to have great customer service and to deal with the, customers and emails. To me, that's the hardest part. But, we still new. We only had our business for like a year, so, we still learning.
Yeah.
Process.
Okay, got you. Now, what is some advice that you would give to up and coming designers who, because there's a lot of creative people who love to design and do what you do. What advice would you give to those upcomers?
It would just be to tell them, like, just be strong and stick with what you like and what you do, and don't listen to what other people say, because there's a lot of haters out there. And if you see something you like, you want to create it, make it come to life, do that. Do what you like.
I would say to be diligent, stay motivated, and in fashion, a lot of people do the same thing, so just try to be different. That's how we stood out, just be different.
And one more question too. You said you said that you do petite and plus sizes. Is there a particular like in those categories? Do y'all find one sells better, or maybe you do better in one than the other?
Yeah, we do sell more in like small mediums more than bigger sizes.
But
Yeah.
we do get a lot of clientele because we do plus sizes. Because a lot of people like, oh, I like your stuff, or I like other designs, but they don't make my size. So,
And there's a lot of designers too that don't make for babies. We make baby clothes, infants, like, for everybody.
Right.
For older people.
I made my grandmother a sweatsuit.
Oh, you got grandma in fashion. All right, well, definitely let everybody know that social media. Where can we find you?
We have our Instagram is Erica Anzel, ERICKA _ and Anzel is ANZEL.
And our email, you can hit us at erica.enzel@gmail.com.
And I'm your boy Z Fly, and this is again.
Erica Enzel.
We're keeping it hot in the midst.
This song, seriously one of my favorite songs. Show me. Gotcha. Yeah, we're ready to roll it. After the first game is the inclusive. Wow. Everybody. Petite and plus. T-Y. Buckaroo. Doing hot in the mix today. Right here.
All right, y'all. So we are back. It's your boy Z Fly, and I'm still keeping it hot in the midst. And as y'all saw, a great, fantastic, swaggerlicious fashion show at the Yotel Hotel in Midtown for the Runway, the Real Way. And right now, I got some Runway, the Real Way models. I'm about to find out who these pretty ladies are. I'm starting on my left. Who are you, ma'am?
My name is Iman Brown from LA.
No, you're not from LA. LA. Who we got next?
I'm Zaire Michelle from the Bronx.
Okay. BX.
Tony Michaud from
Hollywood. I'm sorry. Where are you from?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. Okay.
And I'm Arantxa Murphy from the Bronx.
All right. So we got the Bronx ladies, LA and Jersey into his house. Now, ladies, you all did a fantastic job. Now, first of all, how do you all feel about your work, your modeling work just now? Feel pretty good?
It was good.
Some of y'all got a hesitant. What's going on? Y'all gonna be doing for joy. Now, this is Runway, the Real Way. Now, I'm gonna start with you, Iman.
Iman.
Whenever you hear Runway, the Real Way, what thoughts come to mind?
Well, I always believe that every model should be fiercely real at all times, which just means owning their beauty, owning confidence, and selling it.
Selling it.
Selling it.
How about you?
She
She
Iman
just
can
took it,
take the
right?
word, right?
Take the stuff. Anybody got anything else to add to Runway, the Real Way? What comes to mind? Runway, the Real Way. What do you think?
Originality. Originality is definitely one.
Originality and personality.
Yeah.
Lots of personality.
Yes, definitely. Now, looking at y'all have this is definitely not your first gig. So tell us about some of your previous work in modeling.
I did a runway show for John Ashford Shoes not that long ago at, I forgot which hotel, on 34th Street.
Okay.
Yes.
Who else?
I've just finished Brooklyn Fashion Week a few weeks ago. Before that, Couture Fashion Week.
Yeah.
Before that, Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week. So I've been kind of busy with, ripping the runway.
That's right. Now, I want to know, in one word, how would you describe fashion? Just how about you? Fabulous. Fierceness.
Patterns. Individuality.
I love that. Now, all of you definitely have individuality. So how do y'all keep up with the trends? There's so much to keep up with in the fashion world today in 2014. So how do y'all keep up with fashion? I guess I'll start with you.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Well, I like to be different because everybody nowadays, they kind of dress the same if it's not very, I can't even think of the word. Well, sometimes there's some people that dress trendy, some people chic, and it's kind of like they're all in the exact same frame as
Right.
opposed to adding some different colors from maybe like the 1940s and
Exactly.
then with some 2014 flavor, and now it's kind of just like bleh. But with me, I try to keep up, just look around, study different eras of clothes and then twist it.
How about you, Miss LA girl? How do you keep up with fashion?
Well, I like to call myself a trendsetter.
Oh, y'all gotta follow her.
Whatever comes to mind, I just do it, and then it ends up being a hit every time. So
Great.
I like to set the trends.
Miss Jersey girl, now I want to know how you keeping up with fashion, because fashion's just all on you. How you keeping up with it?
Well, you know what? Being myself
Okay.
is always worked out best for me. It exudes through my personality
Yeah.
and through how I carry myself. I mean, it's all about, like she said, setting trends, but I think within that, not so much setting trends, but being who you are, being unique and standing out. I mean, you never fail when you're yourself. So.
Exactly. Now, Runway to Runway is a very nice showcase. Wouldn't y'all say so?
Yes.
Here to Yotel. So how did you get involved with this gig? Oh, Catherine. So Catherine just.
Well, I'm a alcohol model who then met Catherine. He brought me along, and ever since we've had an ongoing relationship.
Sounds good. How about you?
Nicole Flores, she's
Okay.
a friend of Catherine's, and then she just put me on board.
All right, Miss LA.
Naila Lewis, she is the partner with Catherine, and me and her did various fashion shows together, and that's my girl, so she helped me come.
Sounds good. I don't change your name to Miss LA. I'm sorry. And real quick, I just want to know, like y'all keep up. Y'all, like, what designers do y'all follow? Do y'all follow any designers? I mean, I know you don't, because you a trendsetter, so the designers follow you. Okay. So who do y'all follow as far as designers?
Okay, well, currently I'm working very closely with Stevie Boy, and I adore him. And we'll follow him to the end of the world if anything, but we kind of bounce off of one another. So, currently that's him. He's so fresh, so new, so now, so everything.
And he's actually a friend to the show, so I interviewed Stevie Boy
Exactly.
before.
Really,
so yeah.
I love him.
Love his shades, love him.
Yes.
How about you?
I don't really have anybody specific,
Okay.
so
All right.
yeah.
Well, you know what? Once again, you all look great. Y'all are definitely keeping it hot in the midst. I must ask, because as y'all know, in this fashion world, it can be very challenging being a model. Y'all aced it today. But for those young people trying to get where you are today, what advice would y'all give the youngest? Miss LA.
I would say be who you are, because I believe personally everyone has a purpose. So whatever your niche is, whatever your passion is, pursue it, and you will succeed.
Exactly.
Just keep fighting, always. When people tell you no, just keep going for it.
Gotcha.
Learn to encourage yourself and don't look for outside forces to validate you.
Exactly. How about you? What advice would you give? Follow your dreams. Very true. And everybody, this is Hot in the Midst with no other than the Yotel Hotel Runway the Real Way fashion models. Keep it hot. I'll keep it hot. All right. Thank you.
That was good. I liked it.
Yes, thank you.
All right, y'all, I'm still rocking it out, and right now I have more models from the Runway the Real Way fashion show. Right now I have Laura on the side of me. How are you doing, Laura? The beautiful Laura. Laura, you did such a great job. You did such a great job. First of all, I just want to ask, where do you go to prepare? Because I was just looking at all you models. I'm like, wow, you're in front of the lights, the cameras, the people are watching you. So where do you go mentally to prepare for a fashion show?
Oh, you just have to feel fashion and feel your oats, as we like to say now, okay? And you just take yourself and let yourself be your wildest dream. I mean, I've done BET Rip the Runway. I started out with Monif C. I used to be a glamazon for a really long time. It's a plus size burlesque group of girls, and we sing and dance. And we were on America's Got Talent, and we came in 5th place. So we, but when you do plus modeling and you're a plus performer, the worlds kind of merge a lot. So.
I'm glad you brought that up because, back in the day, it was always about petite, people starving themselves to try to stay skinny. But now, in 2014, plus-size models, fashion shows really are more, getting more out there. How do you feel that they're where they need to be, or maybe they need to do a little bit more pushing to really get more plus-size fashion shows out there?
I think we're just the tip of the iceberg. I think there can be so much more fashion. There's actually a lot more fashion weeks starting out all over the world now. Europe is finally catching on because the majority of women in Europe are tall, big women. And just like there are here, in size 12, 14 is an average size woman of the world. This is not just an American thing. Australia, they have huge, their women are average size 5'8". Their average hip size is a 14. So, I think it's time, there was a statistic back in the 90s that women my size didn't like to see ourselves in magazines. That is not true anymore. I'm a size 18. I want to see myself, or at least girls my size, modeling the clothes that I want to wear so I know what they're going to look like.
Now, how do you keep up with the trends of today? So much out there. How do you keep up?
It's right now, I see so many different trends happening. I'm a little older than a lot of the trends that are happening now, so this is a repeat. Like, I was a little girl in the 80s, and now I'm seeing it back so much with this. My favorite thing now is the baggy sweats, but, like, they're skinny baggy now. Absolutely love it. Show shape and a little looseness.
Very, very sexy. And it's very funny. To me, fashion can really be anything. A lot of people, they believe in getting the on the first looks. Some people believe in sale. Others believe in clearance. So how do you shop? Do you shop the new arrivals, or more clearance, or vintage, or how do you shop? Big or small?
I'm a big Pinterest girl, and so I do a lot of research first because I do not have a big budget for clothing. But if you pay attention to trends, you'll be able to spot them at any price, anywhere you go. And I shop everywhere because of my size, I don't always find the trends. So I'll look, especially online, there's a lot of stuff. Forever 21 is great for trends. So is Torrid. Lane Bryant's getting there. They've been a little more older, and I know they just did an Isabel Toledo fashion show. So really proud of them with that because they're trying to be more high end. But OSP is really good too. There's so many places. ASOS is great. London really is. Evans. They're really pushing trends. But you get it. I mean, the thing is, when I was growing up, we didn't have this much fashion. And I'm so happy now that girls who are in high school who are my size have a great place, to express themselves. They can do anything that the skinny girls are doing now fashion-wise, and I'm really happy about that.
Now, what do you find most challenging about modeling? Is there anything that you find challenging?
Well, for me, I'm a shorty rock, so I'm not as tall as the other girls, but I walk tall.
You work it. You work it. Well, and then last but not least, I definitely want to know, because you have so much experience in this profession. What advice would you give to people or young people trying to get into this profession, this business?
Okay, well, you have to have a keen eye and really stick to the blogs, stick to Facebook, really watch your trends, really meet everyone, say hello to them, take their number, write thank you emails, and just network your off. Because nowadays everything's so different on the web. Like, it used to be phone calls and go-sees and that was it, but you can do digital go-sees now. You can take pictures. The platform has grown so much, so just be on your grind.
That's right. Everybody, this is Laura, and she definitely ripped the runway the real way at the Yotel Hotel, Midtown Manhattan. This is the Fashion Show Brunch. I am your boy Z-Fly, and you are hot in the mix.